I'm Glenn Parry. I'm Professor of Strategy and Operations Management here at Bristol Business School. What's interesting me is how can we use blockchain to achieve good things in the world. The particular issue I've been looking at is identity and identitylessness. People who don't have an identity. There are hundreds of millions of people born who have no birth certificate. We have a major problem with slavery. We have billions who are notionally identityless. So what can we do that allows people to create identity so that we've got this mass movement of people with refugees? Paper systems don't work. If somebody's turning up at a refugee camp, how do they prove who they are? And then how can we share that in a safe way so that they're not threatened by revealing who they are? It's very contextual. And what we've been looking at is, what does identity mean? And identity is actually what makes you who you are. It's your name, it's your bank account, where you live, who knows you, pictures of you, all these individual things. We call those holons. Now each holon, if you like, makes up part of who you are, part of your identity. And if you think, when you go and open a bank account, you're required to bring, was it 4 holons? A utility bill, a birth certificate, a passport, whatever that might be. Now, you might have a photo of you, you might have somebody who vouches for you. These holons create your identity, and if you imagine each holon is like a piece in a mosaic, once you've got enough of them, you've got an image of who somebody is. You've got their identity. And some of those are stronger than others, but actually we can, using blockchain, have the holon, encrypt it, hash it into the blockchain to make it immutable. Now if you had, say, a hacked solution, you could hold that, the original file, and if you needed to delete it, then you've just got a hash over here that's no longer meaningful. But if you keep it, then that hash goes into an immutable record that says, yeah, at this point this agency said yes, this is you. And you build that up, and then you've got an accretive identity, something that's built from the bottom up, and it's self-sovereign, so you own your identity. Now that's quite a radical thought, because at the moment identity is pretty much owned by institutions, pretty much in the West, and if you think that requires stable institutions. How much do you trust your government? I mean, we're seeing changes already, in the West more or less, but in other countries absolutely not. So identity is a huge thing, and we're trying to develop blockchain-based solutions for identity.